Magandang umaga. Mayad nga agahon. I'm here at BayBay Beach in Roxas City in the Philippines. Dazel and I spend the night here at BayBay Beach, the beach right there. I just finished my free breakfast here at this hotel. This is the second time Dazzle and I have stayed here. The Beach Bar Hotel in Roxas City. We were here last night because of the Canadian Beavers 1 year anniversary. Really had a great time, amazing time at the Canadian Beaver last night. So happy for our friends Michael and Kat. Both hard workers. That's the one thing. Since I have known the couple, yo, what's up? What's up, Tim? That little island right there, I don't know what it's called. There's another bigger island, but that one's called Olotoyan Island. That one, I don't know what that island is called. Bro, I need help finding an apartment. Oh, all right, Alfie. My contact information, Alfie, is on all our videos. If you look at the description box, my messenger, my WhatsApp, my email, just contact me that way, and I would be happy to help you find an apartment here in our area or wherever you're looking for an apartment in the Philippines. I'm always willing to help. Always willing to help. Like I was saying, like last night was just amazing. I tried to live stream. Hopefully, some of you have watched the live stream of last night. Really had fun. Just great vibe, great people there. Great to be among friends. James and Karen was also there from James and Karen's Adventures YouTube channel. They were there last night. So just great hanging out. Lara, from the minute we showed up, Dazzle and Lara always had a connection. I think she's one of Lara's favorite tita, tita here in the Philippines. So every time they see each other, I think Lara looks at Dazzle as her playmate. They just play. And then yesterday, last night, she was playing with me too. We pretty much kind of like was keeping an eye on Lara because she got a lot of energy. I mean, she was running around the beach, running around the Canadian Beaver, so we were just trying to keep an eye on her, making sure she was safe last night. But we had an amazing time. Again, so happy for our friends Michael and Kat because like I said, man, the two of them, they're hard workers, man. That's one thing I have seen. Somebody, there you go. Hey, brother. That might be you. That might be you, Alfie. That might be you. If it's 661 area code, I got a WhatsApp notice. That might be you. So, but for Michael, I've known him now for a little bit, and he deserves all the success in life, man, because I have not met anybody that works harder than Michael. It's like he deserves it, man. It's like I'm amazed, every time I hang around him or see him, he's always like got stuff going on with his YouTube channel, with the Canadian Beaver, plans to like expand. It's like just a busy person, busy, hardworking person, and he deserves all the success. Hey, JB Manalang. Hey, good morning, my brother. Dazzle, of course, is asleep. Last night, man, it's a late night for me. I'm not used to like late, but once in a while, it's not I can handle it, I guess. We didn't get home till past 11 p.m. We got home to it's close to the Canadian Beaver. This place here, maybe a 1 kilometer away, and I drove my car. I wasn't drinking. I had like one San Miguel light the whole night, since 4 p.m. till 11. Yeah, but I had 2 mango shakes, no alcohol. Somebody was mentioning on the live stream if there was vodka in my mango shake. No vodka on my mango shake. Right now, whoa, the dog scared me here. He's barking at another dog on the beach. I just got my cup of coffee here, having my morning cup of coffee. I got this at 7-Eleven last night because I didn't want to like get up this morning, have to, 7-Eleven's like near the Canadian Beaver. I didn't want to drive my car or walk there. It's a quite a far walk. So I bought this. It came in a pack, like plastic pack, and you just like put hot water on it. Arabica beans on this one. Pretty decent coffee actually. And then here in this hotel, they served me free breakfast. They gave me like two coupons. The other coupon, Dazel will get to eat later. Right there it says free breakfast voucher. And this morning I had a sunny side up egg, rice, of course. It's always rice here. And then I had longanisa, like the Filipino sausage, like three tiny pieces of longanisa. I'm actually surprised that they had a free breakfast. I wasn't even thinking about that because this is a bargain hotel. I think we only paid like 1,300 pesos for the night. That's about less $25, maybe even less than $25 for the hotel. I mean, you're right on the beach. It's like the restaurant here. It's a pretty nice restaurant. I'll show you real quick. I'm the only one here, of course, because it's still early. Today's Sunday, so everybody's still chill. Our room is like on the left there, room number 2. And then they have a restaurant. They actually have a acoustic music here playing last night at 11. At 11, when we pulled in here, they had acoustic music. There was a lady singing here. So at nighttime, there was a few people here drinking last night. Everything here on BayBay Beach. That's the common theme here. That's why the Canadian Beaver. That's why it's a good business to have here because people want to hang out by the beach. Have their alcoholic beverages, bar food, that kind of thing. Alfie. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, Alfie. All right. Yeah, thanks for the. All right, JB. I'm glad you enjoyed the light. And I'm getting the feedback that not yet, HD. We're still in BayBay. That's a Boracay there, brother. That's BayBay Beach here in Roxas City. We stayed the night because it's a late night. Last night we didn't leave the Canadian Beaver like at 11. And of course, Dazzle wants to hit the mall here. They have a SM mall here. We don't have SM mall at in Calibo or even Boracay. Boracay doesn't have no SM mall in Aklan province. So we're gonna stop at, they'll open probably at 10. I'm thinking they'll open at 10. So we'll go there at 10 o'clock. Ooh, it's getting sunny here, man. I gotta get some shade here. Man. I didn't realize it was gonna be this sunny. I guess a little bit of this. Hey, Kagay, thank you. All right. Thank you for coming online. Hey, Ginno, glad to be back. All right, Gavin B, my good friend in Australia. I'll try to not block the view of the beach for you guys. Yeah, quiet beach this morning too. It's like a calm. There's like a calm in the water. No waves, and it's only 7:14. It's already sun's already up. Looks like gonna be another gorgeous day here on BayBay Beach. I know, Gavin P. That's what I was about to say, man. It's like amazing weather. I don't see clouds. It's like, and the water is so calm, Gavin P. There's hardly any waves. Out here. Thank you so much for the super chat, Gavin P. Appreciate it, my friend in Australia. Good morning, John. Balikbayan guy. Good morning. How was the party? Oh, party was awesome. It's like incredible. It's like they had like two bands. The second band was like, that's what I live stream was the second band. I think I got like an hour and a half live streaming the second band. They were amazing. good vocals. Like you can request song. Dazzle requested one Filipino song, like OPM song, and then mostly like they played popular like 80s music. Actually, my kind of music. I guess because the crowd, Canadian Beaver, we're about the same age in the crowd. So they were playing Bon Jovi, they're playing Madonna, they're playing Prince. I mean, the music, my music, the 80s is my music. So it was a lot of fun. I know Dazzle had a lot of fun. She was happy that we came. I didn't want to miss it. Just because I wanted to support our friends and then see our friends in there too. It was nice to hang out with them. Even though like James and Karen, Mike and Kat, we live in close proximity. Like I only live like 30 minutes away from James and Karen, and then Mike and Kat, they're only 2 hours away from us. It's still a challenge to get together because we're all busy. You know, uh, we're all doing YouTube, we're traveling. So it's always good when we get together. It's always good, like when we see each other. It's always happy, when we see each other. Like that's the first thing I saw was like when Dazzle and Kat saw each other. They hug each other. They're like so happy because we've become friends now. They become friends. We kind of like have I guess our little circle of vloggers here in Panay Island. So thanks. All right, HD. Hi everyone. Hi HD. All right, John. Thank you, John. Hey HD. All right. Hello from Pakistan. Wow, Pakistan. All right. Good morning, sir. Gavin P. All right, Gavin P. We're hoping to visit next year, second year. All right, John. Hey, man, if you're in Panay Island, it's like make sure you reach out to me. We'll be happy to meet you guys. We're happy to like show you around. Be your little tour guide of Panay Island if you want to visit any areas here in Panay Island, Calibo, or if you want to visit Boracay. We would be happy to show you that. And yesterday, before we went to the Canadian Beaver yesterday, we met with Ivan, my friend that came from Canada. He's been here since the beginning of May, so he's going on 2 months living in Iloilo City. Um, Ivan, yeah, my friend, he's got a younger guy. He's not like my age. I'm gonna be 59 here August 1st. I would say he's probably 40. Married. He's got like two kids. His kids are like 7 and 3 years old, and he's coming from Canada. And he's just happy. He's just happy that they made the decision to move to Iloilo City. And for their kids, is what they both of them, the husband and wife. Dazzle and I. We sat with them, talked with them, because I've been communicating with my friend from Canada for a little bit now, and then finally they made it. First time we met them in person. So they weren't staying last night. They just drove up to Roxas City. They went swimming for their kids at the resort. That resort right next door to the Canadian Beaver. The San Antonio Resort. They have a swimming pool there. Nice swimming pool. And then food from the bar. And restaurant there. And they told me that the kids were swimming all afternoon from noontime till we left about 4. 120 pesos entrance on the swimming pool. So man, that's like about $2, $2.25, and then the food, reasonable price food there, and they're just happy because they didn't like the trajectory of life for their kids, in Canada because. Um, it's just to them they said it's not the same as it was before, so they were looking for a better life to spend more time with their kids. My friend, anyway, he works online, so he can work from anywhere from the Philippines, so he's a digital nomad. So it works for them. Of course, they were telling me like 99% of the people that they knew in Canada, they're going like, you guys are crazy. Why would you go to the Philippines? Kind of, but they're happy that they made the decision. Their 7-year-old started school already at Ateneo, a private school in Iloilo, one of the best schools in the country here. His 7-year-old is learning not only English but Chinese, Mandarin. I mean, that's unheard of. For a little kid to be learning another language that early. But they're happy. They know they can already tell the kids are happier here. They get to play more. The school, they're really impressed about Ateneo in Iloilo City because they were saying how disciplined the kids are, how orderly everything is. Ateneo is, of course, it's religious school. They pray before class, so it's like a different environment, and that's what they wanted for their kids. And I told them even before they move here, man, you can't go wrong when you put the priority are your kids. To me, it's like if you do that, I don't think you're not gonna go wrong if you're thinking for your kids before of yourself. That's why I was happy. I was happy to meet them, and we'll see them again because we're gonna be headed to Iloilo City in July. So for sure, they're gonna be good friends of ours. I can tell. Good people, amazing people. Of course, we're looking forward to meeting you. Oh, awesome, John. We're looking forward to that too, brother. I can't wait to meet you guys. Norman Victoria. Hi, Gino. Been following you a bit. U.S. Navy vet here, living in San Diego, looking to visit. All right, Norman. Reach out to me, brother. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, Norman. I have my contact information again on all our videos, my WhatsApp, my email, my messenger. Reach out, man. It's like I'm easy to talk to. People even video call with me all the time. It's like if you can tell I'm outgoing. It's like I'm an extrovert. It's like I'm good with people. I'm good with. I think that's my thing. That's always been my thing. Is I've always been good. Good relationships with different people. Looked like was a success in it. Oh yeah, I mean that was it's. I mean even I could tell. Michael of course and Kat, they were worn out. Because they got a lot of guests to entertain. But by the end of the night, by like 11, I think they were having a burger, both of them, and that was like their first. That was their dinner at 11 because they were so busy. They did not have time to eat dinner till 11. So I could tell like they were sitting down, they were worn down, they're eating, but they were happy. They were happy because of the turnout, and you could tell even when Michael came up and talked for a little bit, thank everybody that's where he was getting emotional, and I can see that. I can see that in him. Means a lot to them because, man, when you put that much effort to anything, when you give that, 110% on a business like that, and people come out and support you, that it, I could tell he got emotional there. We're hoping to be there for 3 weeks. Gives us some time to look around, explore our clan and all right, all right. Hey, you're in my neck of the woods. You're in my neck of the woods, John. I have a car. It's like it's a tiny car. But usually Dazzle and I we can fit like two people in back, or even me. If there's three people, I can at least give you a tour of Aklan and Capiz. We'll visit Capiz and we'll see the Canadian beaver. Check out the area here and see what you will like when you come here to our island, Panay Island. Hey, JP, all right, JP. Good morning, JP. I'm drinking my cup of coffee here, JP. It's not my French vanilla brewed coffee, but it's one of those. It's a container. It had plastic. I had to remove the plastic, the foil lid, and then you have to mix it and then put hot water. But it's coffee. It's coffee. At least get me started. Get me started here this morning. I already had my breakfast, my free breakfast. I already had my free breakfast here at the Beach Bar Hotel here in BayBay Roxas City. Right there's the beach. Really calm on the beach. I'm like amazed. I think this is the first time I've seen BayBay Beach this calm. I mean, that water is just so calm. Hardly any waves. Hardly any waves this morning. This is like a big swimming pool this morning here. I mean, this is like perfect for the paddleboard. Or speaking of the paddleboard, I see a guy. I see a guy out there. He's going on the paddleboard, man. He is out there too, man. He's not like close by on the shore. That guy is out there, man. That is far where he's at on his paddleboard. But look at that, just barely any waves here on BayBay Beach. There's Olotoyan Island. Shout out to my good friend Ray in Sacramento. That is where my friend Ray is from. He's from Olotoyan Island. Hey brother, that's your island, brother. Look at that. Just look at that water this morning. Just amazing. And like the sunshine. I mean, like yesterday, there was actually a downpour yesterday. Right before we got to the Canadian Beaver around about 4 p.m. And it was a downpour. I mean, it poured hard. You know, they actually had to cover some of the equipment at the Canadian Beaver for the live music. But you know, typical of this time of the year, June, you will get like a downpour, 30 minutes of like heavy rain, and then all of a sudden it'll stop. You know, that's just how it is. Even yesterday, when we were at the resort, San Antonio Resort with our friends, their kids were swimming, and it was a downpour. And of course, here in the Philippines, even on a downpour, kids just keep swimming, man. You know, it's not like they're gonna get out of the pool. They keep on swimming. JB Manalang might be even bigger next year, hopefully. Oh, I would think so, man. I would think. Me and my friend here, David, we were just talking. He's staying here too, random too. We didn't plan on staying here, but David, he lives in Iloilo. I think he's neighbors with like he was telling me this morning. He lives close to where that Texas Filipino lives, and we were just talking. I was mixing the hot water, my coffee, waiting for my breakfast, and we were talking, and that's what he said. It's like it's probably gonna keep getting bigger for the Canadian beaver because there's just a lot of expats. I mean, you could tell from the live stream yesterday, a lot of those expats that were at the Canadian Beaver are here in Roxas City. So they're building quite a community there here in Roxas City. I know a lot of people moved here to Roxas City because of Mike. You know, because of Michael, you know, because they follow him. He gives sound advice to people, you know, and he's here to help them when they get here. So that's why I think it's just going to get bigger. And I'm sure more and more expats will move here to Roxas City. It's got a lot of things that, you know, expats look for. There's an airport. I mean, from this beach right here, the airport is only 10 minutes away. There's an airport here. It goes to Manila. I know they have flights to Manila because my cousin, one time I dropped him off at the airport here in Roxas, and he went from Roxas City to Manila. I know they have a port here somewhere for the ferry, so that's really convenient. And the beach, of course, they got SM Mall, Robinson Mall. We don't have that in Aklan. SM and Robinson, we don't have those big malls in Aklan province. So this is bigger than what we're used to, that Dazel and I are used to. Daniel, my good friend in Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, my brother. Sick that many states have stopped all prayers in school and some have replaced. Oh yeah, well, you know, it's unfortunate, I think, man. You know, me, like I've mentioned before, man. Ooh, I hear a plane. Oh, right there, it's a plane. It's a plane. Cebu Pacific. Hey, I was just talking about the airport and a plane is landing. A plane just flew by. That's pretty good. That's pretty. I didn't plan that. I didn't plan that. I didn't plan that plane landing like that. But like I said, the airport's like 10 minutes away here, Cebu Pacific. So probably from Cebu to Roxas City. Yeah, like I said this in my I don't try to be political on on our channel, religion, all that. I try not to discuss. But for me, my experience, my personal opinion. I went to an all boys Catholic school in Manila growing up. I graduated elementary school from Letron College, one of the big Catholic schools in Manila, in Intramuros, Manila. And for me, my formative years from kindergarten to grade 6 when I graduated elementary school, it kind of set up the foundation for my life. Not that I'm saying everybody become Catholic or anything like that, but for me, it just it focused my life to always do my best to be good. Now I wasn't always good now because teenager, when you get a certain age, we all have our bad moments, I would say, but it always carried with me. It's like I always pray. Not that that's my own personal choice that I pray, but it helped me throughout my life. And even I think going to the old boys Catholic school, kind of the same discipline that I had, the same probably got me lined up to join the military when I served 20 years in the United States Air Force because I like that discipline. I like order. I like people following rules. I like people respecting people. And, like you said, Daniel, it's unfortunate because some of that is missing. Some of that is missing now in the schools in the United States. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. HD said, hey, Daniel. Hello, HD. HD, all right. Salve and I love Boracay Island. Hoping to get a good look around. Salve likes Nuco so much. All right, all right. That's not a problem. That's as a matter of fact, I got like it's funny because last night, while I was at the bar, while I was at the Canadian Beaver last night, somebody like called on my phone. My phone was ringing, my WhatsApp, and it's a new number because like when somebody calls my WhatsApp, I usually like my contacts already. This one's a new number. It says add, block, or something. So I hit add, and but I had to get out of the bar because it was loud in there. I couldn't hear. So I went outside and I called the number. And this couple, they're from Redlands, California. They were like, hey, Ginno and Des, are you guys in Boracay? And I told them, no, we'll be back in Boracay today after we check out. We're headed back to Boracay. But I told them we're in the Canadian Beaver. And they wanted to meet us. And they're staying at the New Coast. They're staying at the New Coast. So another person that we can meet up this coming week at the New Coast. And they're not the only ones too because our other friend, my other good friend, not me and him, he's been following our channel, and me and him have communicated a lot on my WhatsApp. Michael from Trece Martyrs. I'm sure you've heard me many times. Hey, Michael from Trece Martyrs. I always say that. They're actually going to Boracay this week. So that's like two couples that Dazel and I will meet in Boracay this week. So it's going to be a fun week for Dazel. And of course, Daniel treated us. We have the money to go to that Mandarin Bay prime rib, all-you-can-eat buffet, dinner buffet, fancy 5-star hotel, Dazzle and I would never even dream of eating there just because the two of us, to us, it just costs a lot of money for us. But thanks to Daniel, he's treating us to that. So we'll do that this week. So gonna be a busy week for Dazzle and I. Our last week in Boracay Island, and then we'll be back home June 30. So the start of July, we'll be back home, back to our regular schedule. Back to me riding Bumblebee, getting my pandesal in the morning, taking Leanna to school, picking her up from school. Back to our life in Aklan province. Hey, all right, there's Michael C. I was just talking about you, bro. I was just talking about like you're headed to Boracay. That we're gonna see each other in Boracay, man. I can't wait. But we've communicated for so long, but we've never met each other on person. So that's gonna be cool. I can't wait, Michael. You gotta give me your information when you land. When you land, so maybe I can even pick you up in Katiklan or something. I gotta figure out what time you guys get in. That way, you won't get hassled too much. It's kind of like going into Boracay, the port in Katiklan. It's confusing. Window here, window there. Typical of Philippines, man. When you get to a place, go to window 1, register. Go to window 2, pay your terminal fee. Go to window 3, pay your environmental fee. Go to window 4, buy your ticket. There's all these lines that people are like directing you to. I'll be happy to like guide you through that if the timing works, because I don't know what time you guys come into Boracay Island. But the party was amazing. The party was amazing. Even when the two bands were done, they start doing DJ music. Of course, I couldn't live stream anymore because it's copyrighted. DJ music is like copyrighted. But people start dancing on the beach. It was like a very lively party. You could tell just a good vibe. People were happy. You know, Again, congratulations to Michael and Kat. They're doing a great job. At the Canadian. More success to them. Ooh, I hear a boat. Oh, a fisher. It looks like a fisherman. It looks like a fisherman boat there. I can hear their engine. Hello, Jumpy and Panay. Oh, Panay Pasi, man. I was gonna bring that up actually, Daniel. I was gonna because there's vloggers there yesterday at the and everybody, if you could tell, like Daniel even noticed, like everybody's live streaming, everybody's filming. I was like live stream. I had like my phone on one hand and I was filming on the other hand. I was like double fisting it, man. I was like double fisting it. Hey Shane, all right, hey Shane. Any bears, Shane? Any bears in your travel today? Any mama bear, man? Second anniversary of the viewer. It must for many. Oh, of course. Hey, you'll be here, Daniel, for that. I will escort you, man, to the Canadian Beaver and introduce you to everybody, all the peeps, all the people at the Canadian Beaver. Because now, we've gone to the Canadian Beaver now at least, I think it's the 4th or 5th time now. So people recognize us now there. Like last night, this Australian guy came up to Dazel and hey, I've been watching your channel. His name's, of course, he's got got the accent, the Australian accent. His name was Eddie. He just introduced himself. We're like talking to him. So people, they recognize us because we come here to Roxas City to the Canadian Beaver, and they follow Michael and Kat. So, but next year, man, second anniversary. We're gonna be having a beer together, Daniel, at the Canadian Beaver. That's gonna be fun. You will be in Boracay. All right, Michael. I will see you in Boracay, brother. Let me know though what time your plane lands, because if I can work it, I'll escort you through Boracay. I'll come pick you up. Just depending on the time now, because some flights in Boracay, man, come late. Some flights are like in the evening time, past my bedtime. 2D, hello everyone. Hope y'all had a great day. Hey Ginno, good morning. Looks beautiful. Oh yeah, it is just amazing, man. I mean, this is like postcard kind of like a beach this morning, man. It's just like no waves, really calm, sunny already. It's like 7:39 a.m. here and it's already sunny. Gonna be a good beach day for sure. Hello Yan, hello. Tanya, all right. What's up? Good morning, Ginno. Nice backdrop. Have you been to Isla? Couple of times now. We almost went to Gigantes Island, but we haven't gone. We're so close here. Like Carlos is only like an hour away from Roxas City, but we haven't because at one time we were gonna go last year with our friends from Arizona, but they had to rush back to the States, so we had to postpone. But we'll have time for sure, for sure. That's gonna be one of the trips. We're gonna do more anyway of trips like in here in Capiz, in Iloilo and Antique because Dazel still doesn't want to fly. So actually James was talking to me yesterday at the Canadian Beaver. He's got plans to do vlogs in Antique. So he asked me if I wanted to tag along. I said, yeah, sure. It's like not that I'm doing anything. If I'm free, man. I told James, yeah, we'll head together. James and Karen's Adventures, their YouTube channel. I told him we'll head to Antique because he was telling me about family member that has connections in Antique that we can like go and film in Antique province. And I haven't made, I don't think I have an Antique province video because we would go to Antique province before, but it was before our YouTube channel. So this will be a good time for me to start creating videos of Antique province because from our house to the border of Antique in Pandan, Antique, it's only 1 hour. We don't live very far from Antique province. Oh, I did film Larry's resort in that beach, the beachside resort that Larry owns, my friend from Alaska. I did film that, so I can say that I have an Antique, video, but more Antique videos to come. And then Gigantes Island, Islas Gigantes, definitely on my radar. For sure by next summer. That was the other thing. Twice now. One time, it's because my friend had to leave. And the other time, we were here with our friend Jamal at the Canadian Beaver. We were here in Roxas City. And the following day, we had planned to go to Gigantes Island. But it got stormy. The waves, that's why I'm saying I'm so amazed that the beach here is so calm today because the last time I was here, it was wavy, it was stormy, and that's not gonna be fun going to Gigantes Island when it's like that. That's why Jamal and I decided not to go because that would have been scary going to Gigantes Island on like strong waves and all that. But definitely on our radar. Definitely, I do want to go to Islas Gigantes or Gigantes Island. We appreciate all you do for us, Ginno. So looking forward to. Oh, thank you, my brother. And like I said many times, for me, YouTube is fun, and then my goal in life is like do good and be good. That's my motto. It's like I'm done with all the drama in life. People like comparing people to. I'm done with all that. I've never been that person anyway. I've always been kind of do my own thing, respect other people. I'm always happy for people's success. I love seeing people happy and successful because I've seen enough tragedy. I've seen enough heartaches in my life, and all I want to do now is just share the love. Hopefully, help people find their happiness here in the Philippines. That's kind of like my goal. It's like, my cancer journey. That I'm gonna be 2 years cancer free here. Kind of like even like elevated that feeling that I just want to do good and be good. Because I want to leave a good legacy. We're all gonna be gone one day, and what I want to leave is like I want to leave a legacy for people. Hey, man, that guy was a good guy. That guy helped me out. He watched out for me. That's the legacy I want to leave. The plane. That's funny, man. I did not even plan that, Daniel. I was like talking about the airport here, and all of a sudden a plane is landing. I mean, that is like awesome, man. I couldn't time that I couldn't time that any better. Good one. Hey, I remember the show, Fantasy Island. I was trying to remember what was that? The plane, Fantasy Island. I love that show, man. I love that show. That was the show like during that era, the Fantasy Island, I used to watch that, and the Love Boat. Those were the two shows. I think I was watching the reruns when I would get off school like at 3 p.m. Those were the reruns that I would watch. It's like the Love Boat and Fantasy Island. Mark Francisco, hey brother, just wanted to say hello. I want to say brown Mark, right? Because last night white Mark was on the live stream, man. I think this is brown Mark. We are doing well. We are doing well, and Brown Mark. The last time I saw him was like in Numancia, their beach house in Numancia by Navitas, and I was still just a few months finished from my cancer treatments, and I was like, I think I was barely 120 pounds, so, I've come a long way, Mark. I've come a long way. It's like, I feel so blessed. I feel so blessed. I feel like I got a second chance in life, and I'm going to make the most of it. I know that cancer can come back at any time, I'm a statistic now. I could be one of those statistics, but I don't even worry about it, man. I just try to enjoy life, enjoy the today, not worry about what's going to happen years from now. Just live day to day, be grateful, and just enjoy life. But good seeing you, Mark. Good seeing you. Hi, Sergeant USA. All right. If I have kids, my GF kids, really want, I plan the kids to private school too. Yeah, I mean, I think I've talked about that many times, Daniel. Of course, like, financially, if you can afford it, private schools would be the best way to go. But for us, we live frugal, we live on a budget, and I don't feel like I'm shortchanging Leanna with her education, sending her to public school, because I supplement her education. I probably teach Leanna more than what the school can ever teach her, because I'm more focused. I'm like, I understand what she needs to become a nurse. I have 27 years background in the medical field. I know, I've seen the nurses, I have nurse friends I can get advice from, and they're all giving me ideas on what to teach Leanna now. And then I'm teaching her more like general life, like budgeting, being frugal, saving money. She's got her own bank book now, a passbook where she deposits the money she saves, things that a lot of times they don't teach at school, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna change. I've already. I'm probably not supposed to say that. I'm teaching her to ride the tricycle, Bumblebee. She's have a couple of lessons with me on that. When it's time, I'm gonna teach her how to replace a tire on our car. Things that you don't think about teaching your kid. I want her to be an all-around, not afraid to do anything, and she's that. It's like one thing. The 2 years that I've been tutoring Leanna, she's become more disciplined, a leader. She just got elected second year in a row, her class president. I know in the military they tell us not to volunteer, but I always tell Leanna, when the teacher asks for a volunteer, a teacher asks for a leader, raise your hand. You want to be that person, and she is that. Like, the reason she didn't came with us this weekend, she was gonna come with us, is first week of school, they already have a school project that's due to turn in this coming week, and she's a leader of her group for this project. And a lot of times, how it is with being a leader with anything. You end up doing it the most job, the most for the project. You end up doing it, and your teammates, just take credit with you. But I told her that's all right. That's all right, because it's always good to lead. Always good to lead. Don't be afraid to lead. I think too many people avoid leadership and avoid being a leader, but that's what we need in the world. Is we need more leaders. We need more honest leaders that want to do good for other people. JP, one of the first things I want to do after I land on Panay Island and get a scooter is to ride all the way around. Oh yeah, you could do that. I mean, easily you could do that. Once we get you your motorbike, JP, I don't know what you're looking at motorbike. I would recommend at least like a 150, 160 cc, more comfortable if you're planning on long rides. Those 125 cc, like my motorbike on Bumblebee, that's gonna be hard to travel on that like long distance, long distance. But the 150, 160, they're like automatic. They even have the now like a remote start even, mostly automatic, really comfortable, big seat, like a wide base. That would be probably the bike that I would recommend. And they usually run here, the Honda. I think the other ones, that Yamaha NMAX. That's a really popular bike here. They run about 150,000 pesos. So you're looking about 2,000, between 2,000 to $2,400. But you can get used bikes. There's plenty of used bikes here. One thing here in Panay Island is like they are good at repairing or maintaining, doing maintenance on motorbikes. You can find a motorcycle shop here everywhere because everybody rides motorcycle here, and they got plenty of experience repairing a motorcycle. I even see motorcycles here that are like different pieces from different. It could have Yamaha, Honda parts. They're putting it together, kind of like assemble. Hey, there's my friend. There's my David. Now he's waving at me. I think he's heading out here. He came here from Iloilo to celebrate with Canadian Beaver last night. But that would not be a problem, JP, if you want to travel. Like, I'll go with you in our car just to show you around. But Aklan province is very doable on a motorbike. No traffic, Kalibo is about the only area where you'll see like traffic with the tricycles. But once you get outside Kalibo, all the towns in Aklan is like highways, no traffic at all. Same, it's even better in Antique. Antique is even less traffic. Less people live in Antique. You might see traffic in and around Iloilo City, but outside of that, doable on a motorbike. Same thing here in Capiz. Roxas City might be a little congested, but once you're outside Roxas City, wide open roads that you'll enjoy. Riding, seeing rice fields, seeing the ocean view along the coast. Man, you're gonna love it. You know, you're gonna love riding motorcycle. Many people, I can even hook you up. I have friends in Boracay. They do a lot of like riding motorcycles. They even travel outside of Panay Island and do motorcycle. There's clubs, plenty of clubs in the Philippines. Ooh, I hear a helicopter. Ooh, I see 3 helicopters now, man. Hey, Daniel, this looks like a scene from one of the Vietnam movies, man. 3 helicopters, man. I've never seen this before. Wow, that's like 3 helicopters, man. That's straight out of like Vietnam movies there, man. I've never seen that. And with the ocean view too, man. That was kind of cool, man. That's kind of cool to see that this morning. The Panay Posse, love it. The Panay Posse. Hey, there's more and more Panay Posse. I can tell you that. It's like just the people I'm helping. There's people coming in here to Panay Island. I know one's gonna come here July. I have another guy that's coming from Washington State. He's gonna be here in October. People are moving here. I see these videos that's saying, Americans leaving the Philippines. I just don't see that. I guess some of these vloggers, they're doing it, for views or something, because like I see more people coming to the Philippines than leaving the Philippines. There are people leaving, don't get me wrong, but a lot of times the people that are leaving the Philippines are the ones that's been here like, several years, and they just want something different, or they got tired of the Philippines, or they want to move back somewhere where something new. But most of the people that's been here, that I know, that's been here 1 to 2 years, they have no plans of leaving the Philippines. Especially when they meet their Filipina. Once you meet your Filipina here in the Philippines, there's really not a reason to leave unless the relationship don't work out. Gino, you're so cool that you keep freezing your blog. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to like freeze the blog, man. My bad, man. Howdy, balikbayan guy. Hey Edgar. Hey man, Edgar. Thank you again for my San Miguel beer last night. I had one San Miguel Light. Dazel couldn't order the dessert, but I'll make sure she gets a dessert when we get back to Boracay because it was just so busy last night. I don't think they even had dessert last night because it was, all I saw was like burgers, chicken wings, seafood. I saw like grilled squid. There was a lot of grilled squid being ordered. And it was hard to order because it was just like so many people there. I know the bartenders and the waitresses, they were like super busy last night. But don't worry, I will get Dazzle a dessert. I'll make sure Dazzle gets her dessert. Shane, Tootie Hood Farm. No bears this day. I was out at the egg stand. Oh yeah, I remember you were gonna do the egg stand. Didn't do bad. Half my. Oh, great. Hot. Ooh, man, hot. Here today, 94 degrees. Ooh, man, that is hot. That is hot, man. Here this morning, it looks like we're gonna reach 90 degrees today because even this morning, it's a little, it's not cool. There's no cool air this morning here on BayBay Beach, so it's gonna be a hot day here. It's hard to tell apart Kiwis and Aussies accent. Oh yeah, man. I agree, HD, because I meet. Especially last night at the Canadian Beaver, you can hear like different accents. I just try to listen, but I can't differentiate. Whether they're a Kiwi or whether they're an Aussie. And I chat with people all the time from both countries. From my WhatsApp. I'm learning. My British friend that lives in Canada, David. He always teaches me words like British. Like I call him now me old mucka. Me old mucka. That's how he says it. Because he sends me videos, so I'm trying to imitate it. Me old mucka. Hard for me. I don't do the British accent well, man, but I love it. I love our communication. He's a really cool guy. I'm glad I met him in person. Him and his wife went to Balete, where James and Karen's from, and I met him in Calibo at the GQ Plaza Hotel. And ever since he went back to Canada, me and him, we exchanged videos. Short videos. Like I'll send him a beach video, and he'll send me a video of like a frozen lake or him going ice fishing in Canada, but we like, I love being his friend. He's a good dude, man. I'm glad he's become a good friend of mine. What are the nice sites or things to do or places? Antique, all right, many. I mean, most of the places that I have gone in Antique, Tanya, I have gone to Pandan. Pandan Antique is like only an hour away from our house. But they have this place there. It's called Malumpati Health Springs. And it's like one of the cleanest rivers you'll ever see. There's actually, on this river, there's an area you walk. It's kind of cool. You're gonna float down the river on the inner tube, but you gotta hike up like 30 minutes to the starting point where they drop you off on the inner tube to float down the river. And they got guides carrying the inner tube, big inner tubes. They got guides that would carry it, and they guide you anyway through because they don't want you hitting rocks or anything like that. So Malumpati Health Springs, man, it's awesome. You walk and through the path, there's an area there where they call it Blue Lagoon. Man, it's like some of the cleanest water I've seen, and it's blue. And people say they even drink from that water. Now, I'm not going to drink because, I'm medical. I know you got to boil water, but, I'm not going to drink. A friend of mine, actually, a classmate, when we went there one time, he drank the water and he's okay. He survived. But I wasn't going to drink it like that. I have to boil water just to make sure. But you float down the river on this big inner tube. There's a guy that kind of pushes your inner tube, make sure you don't hit the rocks. It's not like real rapids, but it's a good speed going down the river. And then the water's like nice and cold, especially during the summer months. Just a fun thing is Malumpati. And then from Malumpati, you can go, there's a beach area there in Pandan. My friend Larry, his resort is there. LNL Resort, LNL Resorts in Pandan. So not crowded beaches because it's away from everything. It's mostly locals and very few. And Pandan Antique has got a lot of expats. A lot of expats live there. Because some expats prefer being away from the city, being remote. Live on the mountain, on the hill, on the beach, on the river. A lot of expats prefer that. So that's just in Pandan Antique. And then past Pandan Antique, another hour or hour and a half, you get to Colasi. I've been there. I've been to Colasi. And Colasi is the jumping point for Mararison Island. And Mararison Island is a must go. Must go. Probably, I haven't been to Gigantes, but I'm sure it's probably similar. But I've been to Mararison Island 3 times. A small island, you can hike up the top of Mararison Island, good view of everything. But what I really like about Mararison Island, it's got one of the nicest sandbar. Like when you pull in on your bangka, on your boat, they got this sandbar that's just amazing. I mean, pure white sand, long sandbar, no waves. The time I was there anyway, no waves, with my friend from Hawaii, and we just swam the sandbar. Awesome place. And then you can even on Mararison Island, they don't have any hotels in Mararison Island. They don't have like big structures or anything like that, but you can do a homestay. You can spend the night there overnight with a local, kind of like an Airbnb. It's basically like somebody's house. You rent one of the room and they'll serve you breakfast in the morning. I mean, that is just like awesome because like you get the feel of the locals, in Mararison Island. Highly recommend. Mararison Island should be like a must go. If Malumpati Health Spring in Antique and then Mararison Island in Antique also must go because it's not far. It's easy to get to. From the mainland, from Colasi to Mararison Island, it's only, I would say, 30 minutes at the most on a bangka. There's another island, I forget, I think it's Seco Island, but I think it takes like 2 hours I mean, it's a prettier island, white sandbar, but I think it takes 2 hours on a boat. That's kind of rough, going on a bangka for that long. But I know many people do it. I know many bloggers do it, but I don't think I'm gonna make that trip, because the bangka can be noisy. It's like the bangka is like, doing that. You would have to have earplugs, and then on rough seas, for like 2 hours, that's a challenge. And then another thing that I haven't seen in Antique, this one I really want to go. It's called Anilangan, I think, in Antique. It's up in the mountains. So you get that cooler Baguio type weather. People that go to Anilangan in Antique, they wear like sweaters, jackets, They got strawberries, fresh strawberries that you can pick, So there's places. And then the main city, I think, in Antique, closer to Iloilo already when you go south, from north Antique to south. San Jose is the main town. They got Robinson's Mall, more like a Calibo type area. So that's so there I know. And then along the coast of Antique is just a bunch of resorts, unknown resorts that people don't hear about. That nice for the motorbike, like JP. If JP was like riding the motorbike. Antique province here in the Philippines, it's known as where the mountain meets the sea. Basically on the coast of Antique, it's like mountainous road where you can view the ocean. So I mean, if you're a motorcycle enthusiast, that's like a dream location to ride on your bike. No traffic, windy roads along the mountain with the ocean view. I mean, I know that we have a little bit of that in Aklan, over in Ibahay and Naubas. I experienced that, but from what people are telling me in Antique, it's just a longer stretch where mountainous, windy roads, with a view of the ocean. I mean, that to me that would be like a spectacular experience. Spoken, I know tattoo. I remember tattoo, man. The plane. Yes, I knew it was you, man. I remember your name, Brown Mark. I knew it was you, brother. Next time you're in the Philippines, man, make sure we hook up. If you're back in Navitas at the beach or White Mark, your relatives, man, make sure you guys let me know. Dazzle and I would love to see you guys again. Your guys are the best people, man. Your family is just awesome. You made us feel welcome. And then the last time I saw you, Mark, I was I was recovering. I was in the best of health, but like prayers that everybody shared with me, and it's like I know it helped me. It helped me through my recovery. I looked at Antique province for fishing prospects spots, but they seem to really like fish sanctuaries. Oh, okay, all right. Probably like a fish pond kind of thing. All right. Oh, JP, my friend Larry though, he's from Alaska and he's got that resort in Pandan Antique. He's my connection, and if we're going fishing, we're going with Larry. And he already told Dazzle and I anytime. Oh, I got a message from Ivan. He says, "Good morning, Ginno, my friend in Canada." All right. He already told me, JP, that he will take us out on his boat. Larry, he actually owned the apartment I lived in Calibo before for 4 years. Oh, I get thank yourself, David. All right, he was just thanking my friend from Canada. He was just thanking me for meeting them. But the building, it was like the apartment complex that I lived at for 4 years in Calibo. Larry owned that, but he sold that. He sold that apartment in Calibo now. Now he has a resort. Man, spectacular resort. I filmed it, LNL Resort in Pandan Antique. But JP, he's got a boat, and his boat is an American fishing boat, a legit American fishing boat, not the bangka, not made of wood, not made of bamboo. He's got like the fiberglass fishing boat. I don't know how he shipped it here. I don't know how Larry managed that, but he's got a legit deep sea fishing boat is what he's got. And I know he's heavy into fishing. He's excited actually to take Dazzle and I out on his fishing boat. And Dazzle's never done that, deep sea fishing. She's never done that. So that's gonna be exciting. So JP, when you come here, we got the connection. We'll go to Larry's resort in Pandan Antique, and I'm sure he'll be happy to take us out on the boat. Larry's like an amazing guy. My friend Tim in Las Vegas, he was friends with Larry too. He could kind of connected Larry and I. I knew him before, but we weren't friends on Facebook. I met him years ago. The last time I saw Larry was when we lived at the apartment in Calibo, when I lived in an apartment. That was like 2016. I graduated. So I haven't heard from Larry. Then all of a sudden, Tim connected us with each other. I said, hey, man, I know Larry, So now I'm connected with him. We're messaging each other on Messenger. I'm going to see him here soon. When we go to Antique, I'll stop by at his resort for sure. Daniel, money issues are a huge thing to teach your kids. Many here can't. I know. Those are the things, man, that I want to. I'm teaching Leanne accounting, knowing where expenses, assets, liabilities. I'm teaching Leanna all those terms, and I'm gonna teach her like the stock market too. I mean, we're getting there. I'm teaching Leanna all the things that she will need when she's on her own someday. I want her to make good decisions in her life. I'm doing the same with my daughter. I take her to and from school daily. Yeah, yeah. I know that, man. That's my routine. That's my normal routine. Then we do homework till dinner. Yeah, that's the same with Leanna. That's our schedule. It's hard at times, but really rewarding to see her. Exactly. And for me, it's not hard because, like, I'm retired. I don't have any other responsibility. And YouTube for me, it's not. I don't feel like YouTube is work. I know people say, "Oh, that's too much work." YouTube. I don't see YouTube as too much work because it's the people. I meet so many good people on YouTube. It's like everywhere I go now, like even in Roxas City, I have friends. I go to Iloilo City, I got friends. I go to Boracay, I have friends. I go to Antique, I got friends. And genuine friends, I feel, it's like that we just sit, we just chat, it's fun. So I guess, because I'm an extrovert, I'm like, I like that. I like communication. I enjoy people. JP, I want a bike with wider tires and good shock. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking, JP. When we look for your bike, I was thinking a bigger bike. At least an Nmax, a Yamaha Nmax, or that Honda A something APV. That was my friend from Canada. That's what he bought, the Honda, and it's nice. I mean, wide tires, comfortable. I could see myself riding that, comfortably. We were soldiers. Yeah, we were so. It's great. Oh, all right, we were soldiers. Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's on that movie, man. I'm a movie buff, especially military movies, and I love. Wow, three helicopters, neat. I know, right? That freaked me out, man. First, it was like Cebu Pacific, a jet. Next thing I knew, three helicopters, man. I've never seen that before. Because there's an airport. The airport's only 10 minutes from the beach here, Roxas City Airport. GP, I've driven down the Pacific Coast Highway several times, but when I was in my teens through 40s, yeah, you're an experienced motorcycle rider there, JP, so you won't have a problem here. And I'm sure you'll be more careful. It's like as we age, I'm the same way. It's like I used to drive a Mustang when I was in Arizona. I drive fast. I'm not gonna lie, but now I'm older. Safety is paramount with me now. So I drive an economy car, Toyota Wigo. I drive slow, I drive careful, I drive defensive. I'm sure you'll be the same when you ride your motorcycle here. You'll be careful. HD, I was on an aircraft carrier and was also at one point in the Naval Air Base, Coronado. Yeah, all right, in San Diego. All right, I know where that is, HD. I just find the helos noisy. The helos noisy. They were kind of noisy. That's why, if you notice, HD, I stopped talking because you can't hear me with the helicopters, especially three helicopters. JP, maybe the helicopters had more veterans looking for good content. For good content. That's funny. That's funny. Hey, all right. There's James and Karen from James and Karen Adventures. Good morning. Good morning, James. I had a great time last night, man. I'm glad you introduced me to the Christopher, the army medic. That was it was good hearing him. He was talking about he's a medic in the army, but he was more like a medic transporting in a like a armored vehicle, and he was telling he was always jealous of us in the Air Force because when we transport patients in the Air Force, we're in a plane. We're in a C9 Nightingale. It's the airplane, the Air Force. It's a hospital basically. It's a hospital in a plane. It's called the C9 Nightingale. And then we have other aircraft, of course, when we transport, like even a C-141. I've been on a C-149 where we transport patients. We're like I said, man, we're spoiled in the Air Force. It's like we're always in a nice aircraft. The C9 is like it's really like being in a hospital, being in a clinic. You can't tell when you're in a C9 inside the plane when we're transporting patient. And he was saying, Christopher was saying how in the army, it's like they just like get the person to like the next echelon of care, or to get triage. But good morning, James. I'm just waiting on Dazzle to get up, and when she gets up, probably before 10, I know she'll be up because she wants to hit the mall before we head back to Numancia today, and then we're headed back to Boracay after. So at 10, we're gonna hit the mall, probably eat lunch at the mall, and then from there, drop our car off in our house in Numancia and take public transportation again. Take public transportation to Boracay, and then we'll finish out our month in Boracay till June 30. I already have a few people. Yo, G, we're debating how to help her nephews. Oh, all right, all right. I see a Tim. Tim was like messaging me. That's what I was reading. So we'll finish out our month in Boracay. So we'll be done with Boracay on June 30. We'll be back at our house. So we'll connect for sure, James. I know we can do vlogs, or you mentioned Antique. We'll do more. We'll do more stuff together, man. Captain Ron. I was trying to remember it. I was trying to like figure out when I saw the helicopters. I thought about Vietnam movie, but man, when you get older, your memory's not as sharp. You can't remember certain things. And I was trying to think, man, and what's the title of that movie with Martin Sheen? I couldn't remember it. Thank you, brother. Thank you for saying Apocalypse Now. I remember Apocalypse Now actually filmed in the Philippines. I remember that. I remember reading about that. I remember reading about that. Have a safe trip, James and Karen, back to Balete, man. I know there's construction. We were talking about it last night. There's construction on the part, like, I think it was close to like the border of Capiz and Aklan. There's like construction going on, so it turns into a one lane. So just be careful. Be careful heading back, James. Most of the one leavings. Ooh, another plane, another plane. There you go, another Cebu Pacific. Cebu Pacific leaving Roxas City. Must be the same plane that landed earlier. Maybe they just picked up new passengers and headed back to Manila or Cebu, I'm sure. Those are the main places where the planes from Roxas City go, either to Cebu or to Manila. Most of the ones leaving are the same ones who made bad choices repeatedly. Seen many vlogs of expats crying about giving all their. Yeah, that's why, Daniel, I think you've heard this from me many times. I even made a video of it. Your biggest decision in the Philippines, just my opinion now, your biggest decision in the Philippines is meeting the right Filipina. Um, it can make or break your retirement in the Philippines. If you meet the right Filipina, you're golden. You're gonna have a good life here in the Philippines. But if you meet a not so good Filipina, man, it could be miserable. It could be miserable, and I can see that. I see that happen where the Filipinas family takes advantage of the expat or the foreigner. So I always tell them, I always tell people when they land here, when I talk to them, man, make sure you vet your Filipina, meet the Filipinas family. Don't be in a hurry to get married. It's like, because once you marry a Filipina, and here in the Philippines, there's no divorce here. I mean, you might be able to divorce in the U.S., go to the U.S. and divorce then, but in the Philippines, once you get married in the Philippines, you only get married in the Philippines once. You can never divorce the Filipina. You can never marry another Filipina in the Philippines. So, to me, that's a big decision. That's a big decision. And like I said, a lot of times the people that get jaded about the Philippines, that aren't happy about the Philippines, are the ones that experience meeting not a good relationship with the Filipina. And I don't blame the Filipinas on a lot of this. A lot of this is like, when a relationship, my opinion again, when a relationship doesn't work, it's usually not just one person's fault. Of course, the expats or the foreigner are going to claim, oh, the Filipina did this to me, the Filipina did this to me. But it takes two to make a relationship work, and it also takes two when it doesn't work. It's like anytime a relationship, just my opinion again, doesn't work, it's 50-50 on both parties. I don't think it's ever like 100% to blame one person. Something has to be wrong too. It's like shared fault or shared responsibility in a relationship. Good morning, Mr. Weatherman. How's the weather? Oh man, the weather is perfect, man. It's amazing on this beach this morning. And yesterday, like I was saying earlier, Vegas, Will, it was like right before we headed to the Canadian Beaver, it was like we were at the San Antonio Resort with our friend from Iloilo, from Canada. We finally met them. So 4 o'clock, we thought, hey man, we're gonna head out. They're expecting us at the Beaver. So man, it was a downpour. I mean, it was just pouring, and we didn't bring our umbrella, so we had to wait till the downpour was over. But by the time we got to the Beaver, it stopped raining, and then they start setting up the live music. The rest of the night, it didn't rain till like we left there at 11. It didn't rain, and I know it didn't rain this morning because it's dry this morning here. So and now it's sunny, and look at that ocean, man. The ocean is like calm, no waves, no wind. It's like a perfect, like summer. It feels like a summer weather here in BayBay Beach in Roxas City. Awesome chopper scenes on We Were Soldier flick. I'll have to watch it again, Daniel. With the military movies, I can always watch him again. Like Black Hawk Down. I think I've watched that movie several times. I can still watch it again and still enjoy the movie. A lot of the military movies. Jarhead. I can watch Jarhead. It doesn't matter how many times I watch Jarhead. I still enjoy it. I still enjoy watching it. James and Karen, how are you guys? But from Balikbayan guy. Oh, they had a great time. We all had a great time. I know, James. We were busy and talking to different people. It was kind of hard to talk to people because of the noise. So that's why, after a while, and I just like, well, I just live stream. That way I can focus on the live stream. That's why I started the live stream. But many people, everybody had a great time last night at the Canadian Beaver. It's an amazing movie. JP. Thanks, Sergeant. I'll watch. All right, Captain Ron. Vegas will. James and Ginno better do like 10 videos while you're in our city. LOL. I only filmed a little bit because it was hard to film yesterday because of all the noise. And then when the live band, I'm okay with the live band. They don't copyright you for that, but they copyright us for like any DJ music, any. So I had to be careful. I think I filmed enough yesterday to make like one video, and then maybe today I'll make another video. I was thinking of walking the beach after the live stream, but I forgot my umbrella. Yeah, I didn't bring my umbrella, and it is hot. It's gonna be hot on this beach this morning to walk. There is no shade here. I don't see a lot of coconut trees where I can like walk along the coconut trees here on BayBay Beach. So I think I'm gonna leave that for a next trip to Roxas City. Maybe I'll do a video when we go to the mall because SM Rojas is a pretty nice mall. Maybe I'll do a video there. HC James Adventures. I have a list of rice-related Aklanon words for James. It's a long list. Rice? Rice then? I don't know many words on rice. What did they? I know bigas. I know bigas is like Tagalog, I think. What do they call rice? I can't remember in Aklanon HD, but I've heard it. I've heard the Aklanon word for rice. But like, yeah, a long list. I only knew one, man. We are going to mass, then meeting Tom. All right, all right. Have a good day there, James, and safe travel. Safe travel going back to Balete, my friend. The two parts. affected me the most. Sent it. I'll work on it with Karen. All right, all right. Standing in empty field before deployment. I'll drop the list on the next slide. All right, all right. When the wives got the letter. Oh, yes. I know Danielle from the postman. L&L Resort is already saved. Oh, nice, nice, JP. That'll be one of our stops. One of our stops is L&L Resorts when you get here. More and more people want to go fishing. James and Karen, James and Karen and Dazzle. I know more. And Dazzle loves fishing. That's one of the, if I tell Dazzle fishing, yeah, she's a go. So we're gonna strive to get more, find more fishing spots in Aklan Province and Antique Province for sure. The audience from both channels demand a fishing video from Dazzle. Karen and James, just cross your fingers that it will happen. All right, all right. Actually, we almost went, Dazzle almost went fishing Friday, but we just ran out of time. We had to run errands. But I know once we're done with Boracay in July, you'll see more fishing videos from Dazzle. Because it's not just Dazzle that loves fishing. Mom also loves fishing. She's already also like she loves fishing as much as Dazzle. So I know uh, the more fishing spots we find in Aklan province or Antique, I'll take them. It's like I don't mind. I'm not a fisherman, but I enjoy watching them fish, and I can vlog. I can do things while they're fishing. Karen and I will be happy to go do fishing with. All right, James, we can do that. I think they did open Loola's Fish Farm. I think it's back open again. They have a tilapia there. That's like the go-to fishing place for Dazzle. Tilapia and bangus, milkfish, and it's not far. It's in Makato. From Balete, going through Banga, Lezo. Maybe 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes to go to Makato. The and we're always willing to go fishing if there's other spots. If you find another spot in Balete, I know Dazzle will be more than happy to go to Balete and go fishing in Balete. She's always looking. We actually gone through like New Washington, Aklan, and she was searching for a place there. We went to another place in Numancia by Navitas Beach. She just couldn't find another fishing spot. So right now, she only knows of Loola's Fish Farm in Makato, Aklan. Starting a stream competition now. Oh, it's never competition, man. With me, I don't look at as YouTube as a competition. It's like I do all I can to help. My friends that are blog James and Karen's adventure. They're friends of mine. It's like I would do anything to help their channel grow their channel. For me, YouTube is just fun for me. It's like I'm retired military. I have a pension already, so it's not like I really need to earn a lot of money. I do it because I like the people that I've met. I would have never met James and Karen without our channel. I would have never met you, Shane, HD, Rev Fred, JP. So many people that you guys touch my life. It's like when I wake up, I get messages from you guys and we communicate. It's good to have friends everywhere. And I think James and I were talking about that. Wherever, I know Panay Island, it's big, but it's not that big. It's like when we go anywhere now, like in Iloilo City, Rojas City, Boracay, in Aklan, Calibo, people recognize us. People are like, "Hey, man, I watch your channel." It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling that there's people out there that appreciate what we do. And I know James, he's got that same feeling. So never a competition. It's like I don't. we all kind of help each other out. We all kind of look out for each other. You know, when you get to know me anyway, man, I'm protective about my friends. You know, I don't like it when people say bad things about my friends. I'll defend them. You know, I'm not the type of person like backstab, or I'm like, you know, I'm too old for that. You know, like I'm gonna be 59. I've lived my life good. Why would I mess up my life now? You know, like I said many times, you know, my goal is like to do good and be good. You know, that's my goal in life. All right, safe travels, James and Karen. Be safe on the road. Be safe on. God bless. God bless. All right, Shane, a classic fish off. Let's do it, James and Karen. Good to see you. All right, hey, that might be a good thing, man. I'm not gonna win. I'm terrible at fishing, Shane. Now Dazzle though. Dazzle is competitive about everything. I have not met a person like Dazzle. I mean, we could be playing Uno, we could be playing Jenga. Anything we play, Dazzle's so competitive. You know, it's like it's in her DNA. She's so competitive. So, fish off with Dazzle, man. Good luck, man. She gets intense. She gets intense, man. 1 hour fishing. Oh, that would be nice. A 1 hour fishing derby. That would be cool. That's a great idea, JP. Great idea. I already know I'm not gonna win, so it's like I'll do most of the filming on that derby. I'm terrible at fishing, man. On my base, they transported us in horse, in horse and wagon. Oh man, that's terrible. That's terrible, Daniel. I know, man. I know, Army guys, and I know you guys had it rough, man. In the Air Force, we were just spoiled, man. I know that, man. You know, it's like my friends always give me a hard time. My Navy friends, like Kip Merriman, he always gives me a hard time about how our Air Force guys. He lives in Tucson, Arizona, so there's an Air Force base there, and so I know he sees how the Air Force operates, and he always. Man, we had it easy. We had it easy. I don't know now. You know, I've been retired now since 2004, but I have. I'm not gonna lie. You know, it's like Air Force. We had it easy. We're like the easiest, probably military service out there. They spoil us in the Air Force. We just got better housing, better dining halls. Our deployments, they put us up on hotels. You know, it's like it's just it's the way it is. It's the service I joined. You know, at the time I was 17. I didn't really know much about the Air Force when I joined at 17. I was just happy that I got a job and I got a place to live, a dormitory, and I got a meal card. I got to eat, So, my first paycheck in the military, I remember, I think for 2 weeks in 1984, for 2 weeks, of course, I had free housing in the dorm. I had a free meals, but my meal card, I can eat all I want. So I really didn't have any expense, and I live in the dorm. And my first paycheck in the military for 2 weeks was $120. That was my first paycheck in the military. So we didn't make much in the military, especially back in '84, man. HD only if Jumpy can join the competition. He will be the ringer, the ringer. I bet, man. I already concede HD. I'm terrible at fishing. I'm lucky to catch a fish, man. I'm not gonna be a winner when it comes to fishing. Now Dazzle, I mean, she's like a competitor, man. She's intense. She gets in that zone. If it's a competition and she gotta catch as many fish in 1 hour, man, you're not gonna hear a peep from Dazzle. She's gonna be focused. She's gonna be focused, man. Good morning, Belus. All right, thank you. All right, all right. I'm glad you enjoyed the live stream, man. That's why I did it last night, because I knew people. Even Mom Janet had said, she wanted to if somebody can do the live. So I tried, because I wasn't sure how the Wi-Fi was gonna be, because I was just using the Wi-Fi from the Canadian Beaver. There goes my friend David. He's got his motorcycle gear, his helmet. Hey, hey, see you guys. All right. They're headed back to Iloilo. All right. He's got his motorcycle gear. He's got his helmet. He's all suited up. He's all suited up, man. Do you mind put you on the thing, man? This is my good friend David here. He's coming from Iloilo. He celebrated with the Canadian Beaver last night.
So I always complain about people not suiting up when they ride around because everybody says it's not if, it's when. So I just wanted to see. I have my boots, my pants, the helmet. I even put the camera on there because even if you don't YouTube, you never know who's gonna run into you. So you got that evidence. Got gloves, got glasses. So
Hey man, he's suited up, man.
James,
He's like
James and Karen, if you're watching,
he's all suited up. He's all protected.
Yes.
He's wearing boots, man.
her too.
Oh, her too.
See, matching
She's
gear.
matching gear. All black
80
T-shirt,
yeah.
helmet. Man, you guys are like matching.
And
Oh, she even got like a knee pad.
and we got the intercom.
Oh, you guys can talk
'Cause
while
you can't drive without a woman telling you how to get someplace. So you gotta have the intercom.
all right, man. That is awesome.
Where'd
Hey,
you go?
brother. Good seeing you
I
again,
will see
brother.
you again
I'll
soon.
see you again
Yeah.
soon, brother.
All right.
All right. Take care. Take care. Drive safe. Drive safe. Drive safe. All right. Ride safe. Ride safe. See you guys again soon. That's my friend David and his girlfriend. They're headed back to Iloilo. They just were here for to enjoy the festivities at the Canadian Beaver. He lives like I guess they're his neighbors with like the Texas Filipino. They were like hanging out yesterday at the Canadian Beaver too. JP, I am in on the fishing derby. Maybe we can do a subscribers derby. Loser eats balut. Ooh, man, balut, man, that's gonna, I'm not a fan of balut. Now I've eaten it, but I've never eaten the embryo. JP, I'll eat the yellow part. I'll eat that, kind of like a yolk of it. I've never eaten the little duck embryo, man. But Dazel, that's easy for him. Dazel can eat 4 balut. I mean, when we buy balut, Dazel, Mom, and Leanna, they fight over balut, man. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do it. That's a good idea. That would be a funny vlog to do. A fun vlog to do too. It's like a fishing derby when you guys are all here, and we'll invite more. We'll invite more people. I know there's gonna be interest. I know there's people that live in Aklan province near James and I that will like to join that for sure. And I know Loola Fish Farm, they'll be happy to sponsor that because that brings people attention to Loola's Fish Farm. That's a business, that will attract attention to their business. So I'm sure they'll be in line to have something like that. We might even get other people to participate on that derby. That'll be pretty cool. Great idea on the fishing derby. Leaving soon, but we'll hit you all up 2 weeks trip when all right, the loose traveler. Safe travels, man. HD. Here's a sample of words, Ginno. Opa. Rice, husk, gabang, large. Ooh, man, I don't know those words. I've never heard those words. Rice, huskyon, an empty grain, rice, palay, unmilled. Rice palay. I've heard of palay. I've heard of rice palay. Unmilled can also mean the rice grown in the field. All right. Thanks, HD. Bugas. Oh, that's the word. I was trying to think of it. I know in Tagalog we called it bigas. But I've heard of bugas. That's how Dazel tells me we need more bugas. I've heard that before. I just couldn't think of it earlier. You're a good soul, Ginno. Oh, thank you. Take care, man. Take care, my brother. Stay blessed. God bless, brother. Tugon. To cook rice, undercooked rice, humay. Yeah, I've heard of humay. I know I've heard that word. Man, that's cool that you got all these words. Rice porridge puto. I like that. I know one of my favorite puto HD is a puto bigas. Or puto bugas, or bigas or bugas. But that's one of my favorite puto. It's kind of like they put it in that banana leaf. That's one of my favorite puto. Puto is kind of like a rice cake, like a rice cake. They steam it. They steam it. They instead of baking, they steam it. I know they have this tray, the water. They put the puto and it's steamed. Really like not dense, but like fluffy inside, moist. When it's hot, when it's like fresh puto, you put like butter on that or star margarine. Man, that like hits the spot. I love that. I love that. Puto bugas. Puto bugas. That's just about 25% of the list. Man, that's a big list. That's a big list, HD. Eskimos use at least 10 words for snow. Filipinos also have many words for rice. It's how a culture shows the significance of a particular. Yeah, oh yeah, man. That's cool. That's cool, man. I know rice is life in the Philippines, man. It's all about rice here. And now I notice more and more restaurants are getting into that unli rice or unlimited rice. That is very popular here. There's actually a place that opened in Numancia, HD. I haven't eaten there. It's like a fried chicken place. I think it's named Crispy King. And they serve like they'll have their one piece or two piece chicken and they advertise only rice. So you can order like one piece of chicken and have like unlimited rice. And people take advantage of that. They'll order one piece of chicken and eat a lot of rice with that one piece of chicken. Because people are on a budget. People are on a budget here in the Philippines. And JP, I just found a travel tube to bring fish. Oh, cool, cool. So you got that. All right, all right. I know Dazel's pole is like that telescopic, the one that she got from Amazon Prime from one of the subscribers. It's like both her and Leanna's pole is like telescopic. So it's short, when it's all down. But that's cool that you found a tube, man. I'm going to have to talk with the poles that don't make the cut. That don't make the cut. Aklanon also uses different words for private parts. You can ask an Aklanon word big. Oh, okay, all right. I get it, HD, I get it. Daniel, being serious, once I was injured, I was picked up by a medical and with an officer after hours of being tossed around. They wanted to turn back. They were lost. Thankfully, oh man. I know, man. I know you went through some rough times in the military, Daniel. I can only imagine that because a friend of mine, same thing. We hang out with him. He's a good friend. He's got like bullet holes. He's got scars from being like hit by bullets. And I couldn't imagine that, man. I couldn't imagine. But I'd have to do it on this island. All right. Michael C. All right. Oh my God, bro. Roses likes to kid me when it comes to balut. The balut. I know, man. That's a common joke here for Filipinos. Is challenging the foreigners or challenging expats to eat balut. But I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of balut. Like I said, I'll eat the yellow part of the balut. It's really eating like a harder boiled egg. That it's almost like so dry and kind of like it's harder than a yolk of a regular egg. It becomes harder. I don't know how because of what they cook it. It's just like eating a yolk, but the embryo, I don't know about that, man. I don't know. Dazel keeps telling me it's delicious, but I keep passing. I have not eaten a balut embryo before. Order them to radio for help and saved us. Oh man, that is. I'm happy. I'm happy that somebody stepped up. Somebody stepped up, Daniel. When I'm not working, I spend time thinking about fishing in the Philippines and small ways to help out. Have to be nice when you are, of course, very important, JP. The locals, the Filipinos will really appreciate it too, That's the thing, man. That's why I always tell people, just do good and be good. If you're a good person, man, you're gonna have a. I don't care where you go in the world. I think if you're a good person, you attract good people. But if you go to another country and you have no intention to like be a good person in that country or contribute to the country in some way or be nice to the people, you get what, it's karma. It's karma. You're going to get the same thing, If you come to the Philippines and, I'm not saying, don't do it, but if you come here and just like chase women here and treat women without respect, it's gonna bite you eventually. To me, if you're a kind person, you're a good person, you're gonna meet that good Filipina. Because to me, I've always thought this: good attracts good. If you come here, like I said, and I'm not knocking those guys. I know they're single, they're adults. They have every right to do what they want in life. But if you come here and you're just chasing women here, not respecting the women, going out with, because here in this country, man, what you got to realize in the Philippines, when you start dating a Filipina, it's kind of like a one dating relationship here in the Philippines. It's not like in the US where you can date 2, 3 women at the same time because it's a casual dating. Here in the Philippines, once you date a Filipina, they're looking at it as they're committing to you. They're like investing their time with you. So those, I mean, I'm sure there's some people out there that have casual relationships with Filipinas here too, but they're not common. It's more common here that when you date a Filipina here, it's like 1-to-1. It's like, unlike in the US, unless you got a ring on that woman or you're married to that woman, you're still single. Here in the Philippines, that dynamic is not the same. It's like, you don't want to be branded here as a playboy or oh, I was going out with him and he went out with this other girl, and that the towns here, news travels fast. The expat communities here, they're small. You don't want to be branded as the bad guy. I always like JP is saying, if you respect the country, respect the Filipinas here, you'll have a better experience here. HD, what the word for rice is? Rice is life. Rice is life. That is common, man. Daniel, there is no phrase for that, but it. Ooh, 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 ooh. But it depends on the state of the you're talking. Unmilled grain, milled, cooked, etc. HD. But I can make one up now. The growing rice on the field. Buhay palay, meaning rice life. Buhay palay. All right, but in Tagalog, all right, rice is life. Daniel, thank you so much for your service. All right, JB. That's a phrase that everyone in the Philippines will understand because Tagalog, Filipino required in school. Yes, it's still required. Just as English is taught at public and private school, Tagalog is still required. Liana has a Tagalog class still. She's required to, besides the language they speak. Actually, that's the thing that's, I think, missing in Aklan. In the public schools in Aklan, they don't teach Aklanon because I guess they're from Aklan. They figure they know Aklanon already. They teach Tagalog. They have a Tagalog subject, and I'm able to help Liana with that because I'm pretty good at Tagalog. I'm still pretty good at Tagalog. Law of attraction life. We attract what we show the world. Yeah, exactly, Daniel. That's the way I look at things too. It's like I think with our channel, with me, the way I am, I attract good people. That's why I have a good circle of friends. I know I have friends that watch out for me, and I'll watch out for them. It's like I'm very like when you become my friend, I'm like defensive about my friends. I don't like hearing negative stuff spoken about my friends. I will defend my friends. It's like I don't have many. I don't have many friends, but my circle, my tight friends, I protect them. It's like same thing with my family. That's why I'm trying to do YouTube now more, just me without Dazel because. Sometimes there's not kind words spoken to Dazzle, and I don't like hearing it. I don't want to put Dazzle in that situation. So, all right. It's almost nine here. I probably need to end the live stream here. That way I can take a shower. I can pack up my backpack. The mall here opens at 10. I'm sure Dazzle's gonna wanna hit the mall. She might even wanna eat her breakfast because she has a free breakfast here at this beach bar hotel. And I'm down to the bottom here, so thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for joining the live stream. I appreciate it. Each time you guys join the live stream, thank you so much. Take care everyone, and God bless everyone. All right. JP, it says, I quit watching a few channels after the expat started talking about all the Filipinos they dated before they met their current girlfriend or wife. To me, it's so this to their partner. Yeah, yeah. I'm the same way. You know, I never. You know, once a relationship it doesn't work out or whatever, I never talk about that relationship because, like I said, man, relationships are difficult anyway. It's never one person's fault. If a relationship fails, it's normally 50-50. A lot of Aklanon words are forgotten because they are no longer commonly used, and you have people outside Aklan moving in. I'll see if I can bring it to the public view. All right, all right. Hey, Ginno, Southern Cal Valley. All right, thank you for saying hello, Southern Cal Valley. Jumpy, concur. All right, Daniel. All right, I'm gonna end the live stream here. Everybody have a good day. Take care, everyone, and stay blessed.